So a Democrat strategist went on to CNN and a caller called into the show. They were doing some calls. They allowed the caller to call in. And this caller asked a very interesting question. And the Democrat strategist, his answer made no sense, but then it also made all the sense in the world. And I know some of you are like confused as hell by that statement because they contradict themselves. He made no sense, but he made all the sense in the world. I'll explain after I play the clip for you. All right. And I've got some other clips to go along with it because what this guy asked is actually quite interesting. So with that being said, let's dive in.
My question is, Donald Trump is a very scary guy. What makes him so popular?
Chuck, you want to take that one?
This is my favorite question. We've talked about it on this program before. I joined the Democratic Party in 1989 because I wanted to fight NAFTA. I wanted to drain the swamps. I wanted to make sure that my tax dollars weren't going to foreign wars or wasted. I give you that one, Brian. And that sounds like Donald Trump today. That's why we lose to him, is we've let him steal our verbiage. We have quit talking about working America's, keeping America safe, doing the things that we did when I joined this party. And that's the reason he is scary. But he's not scary to enough people to lose elections because he sounds like the Democrats and why I joined this party.
That's why I said he didn't make sense, but then he made all the sense in the world. Because on one hand, he said Trump is scary because he's Trump and he does all the things that this guy joined the Democrat Party to do. But then on the other hand, he says he's popular because he took a bunch of Democrat ideas, combined them with Republican ideas, and he's actually doing what he promised. And some of those are old school Democrat ideas. So that's why I said it makes no sense, but makes all the sense in the world. Like, he can't be scary, but also great, because if he's scary, then Democrats are scary because he had a bunch of Democrat ideas. Trump used to be a Democrat, as we all know. Okay. I used to be a Democrat myself. I made no secret about that. You guys have watched this journey of, I like to call it me discovering the truth of it all, because for so long I was lost. But, you know, it's actually quite interesting because thank goodness for the internet. And I actually I made a video similar to this maybe a couple days ago. And it's quite interesting to look back throughout history, because if you look back throughout history, you will notice a lot of Democrats back in the day, and some of them not very long ago, like what I'm about to show you here in a second, were saying some of the same things that Trump is saying today. But now all of a sudden that Trump is saying it, it's this horrible, terrible, no good, very bad idea, and Trump is a racist, and he's a terrible person for saying it. But people like Obama were saying similar things.
One of the commitments that I made to the American people was that we would do a better job here in Washington in rooting out wasteful spending. We don't need to wait for Congress in order to do something about wasteful spending that's out there. Cutting waste, making government more efficient is something that leaders in both parties have worked on. We haven't seen as much action out of Congress as we'd like, and that's why we launched on our own initiative.
So yeah, not only did you hear Obama talk about making the government more efficient, but he said he doesn't need to wait for Congress to act. He was going to do it on his own. Yeah, doesn't that sound just like Trump and what he's currently doing? But that's not the only time, just in case people think that is a fluke. Oh, no, that was just a little one-off that Obama was. No. That wasn't a one-off. Here's another clip.
We hope to meet the challenges of our time. We have to make difficult choices. As president, I'll go through the entire federal budget, page by page, line by line, and I will eliminate the programs that do not work and are not needed so we can start providing the funding for the programs that do work and that are needed. That's common sense.
That's common sense. Wow. Okay. Should I show more? Because that wasn't the only instance of Obama basically endorsing Doge. Don't believe me? Check it out.
Budget reform is not an option. It's a necessity.
The American people are entitled to transparency.
We can't sustain a system that bleeds billions of taxpayer dollars on programs that have outlived their usefulness. or exist solely because of the power of politicians, lobbyists, or interest groups.
Well, I'll be darned. Doesn't that sound like Elon and Uncle Trump? That sounds exactly like what they're saying and trying to implement now, doesn't it? Quite interesting. Quite interesting. But all of a sudden now it's a terrible idea. Okay. All of a sudden now it's a constitutional crisis. But, you know, Bill Clinton was also saying some similar things back in the day.
This report tells us how to cut waste, cut red tape, streamline the bureaucracy, change procurement rules, change the personnel rules, and create a government that works better and costs less.
I've read it, and where it says the president should, the president will.
Well, that's interesting. What a coinky-dink. I thought they said making the government more efficient was, one, impossible, and two, Trump has no right to do it. Kind of interesting. When a Democrat says it, it's a great idea, but when Trump says it, oh my goodness, constitutional crisis. Oh no. But that's not the only thing. Not by a long shot. So, you guys remember when they all accused Trump, well, they still do, of being a racist because he said he wanted to deport the illegals and secure our border? Yeah. Well, I don't know. Seems like Obama might be a racist too, I guess.
We all agree on the need to better secure the border and to punish employers who choose to hire illegal immigrants. We are a generous and welcoming people here in the United States, but those who enter the country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law, and they are showing disregard for those who are following the law. We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked, and circumventing the line of people who are waiting patiently, diligently, and lawfully to become immigrants in this country.
What? I could have sworn Trump said something similar to that. He said basically the same thing. But did anybody accuse Obama of being racist? No. Of course not. Of course not, because he's a Democrat. He's a Democrat. You know who else was basically saying similar things? Bill Clinton.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more, by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan.
What? Now, if you would change the tone of the voice to sound like Trump and you took the video away, you'd think that was Trump saying that, wouldn't you? We all would, but of course not. That was Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton. Do you think he got accused of being a racist? What about Hillary? Okay, because, listen, I got clips for days, baby. Y'all know how these videos go. I always come with the clips. Clips. I got a lot of them. Here's one of Hillary.
Hi, Secretary Clinton. I was wondering what you think about securing the Mexican border with some of the illegal immigrants that come in. Just wondering.
Well, look, I voted numerous times when I was a senator to spend money to build a barrier to try to prevent illegal immigrants from coming in. And I do think you have to control your borders.
What do you know? What do you know? Hillary Clinton loves the idea of a border wall. But when Trump proposed it, oh no, we can't spend that much on a border wall, and it's racist. You hate people of color, Trump. Oh my goodness, how dare you? But when Hillary said it, it was a great idea. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, Trump has taken all of the great ideas that the Democrats used to have and combined them with Republican ideas. And now Trump's popularity has like exploded. He's more popular than he's ever been. And think about all of the circumstances surrounding it, right? One prosecution, two indictments, 3 indictments, his home raided, 4 indictments, five indictments. A state changed the statute of limitations so he could be charged. Well, allegedly, right? They changed the statute of limitations, and then he had to be in another courtroom, right? Every single time you turn on the television to CNN, MSNBC, NBC, Face the Nation, like you name it, they have something negative to say about Trump. And yet he is more popular than he's ever been. Let that sink in. Let that sink in for a moment. Like, think about, like, every channel you turn, every news channel you turn on your television, they're saying something negative about this man at every single turn. They tried to bury this man underneath the prison, not just throw him in jail. They tried to bury him under it. And yet he's more popular than he's ever been. The things that he's implementing are extremely popular. People agree with it. People approve of it. We're winning, baby. We're winning. And it's great to see. It is great to see. And I'm happy that we have a president with common sense. Not a president like these Democrats that simply just want to oppose everything simply because it's Trump saying it. Trump is like, no, I may not like you Democrats anymore that much, but you do have some good ideas. And I'm going to take those good ideas and I'm going to put them under my wing, under my party's wing. And I'm going to watch you all oppose them, even though you used to agree with them, because these are popular ideas. So you're going to be on the 20% side, and I'm going to be on the 80%, and I'm going to sit back and laugh at you. And not only that, I'm going to actually do what I said I'm going to do. So people are really going to love me. And you're going to just simply be opposed to it because it's me. I'm going to watch you continue to lose. Trump is playing chess. It's not a game of checkers, baby. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But as always, thanks for tuning in. Peace and love. I'm out.